Hi, my name is Ashley Haney, and my topic I am presenting on is Should Student Athletes Be Paid? For many years, student athletes have been putting in extra time while practicing the sport they love in college. It is a privilege to have the opportunity to play at the collegiate level, but yet be rewarded an athletic scholarship. This opportunity should never be taken for granted. To play at the collegiate level is a dream that every athlete has, and for the most part, it's the highest competition they will ever receive. According to the NCAA.org, about 2% of high school athletes are rewarded scholarships. In recent years, there has been a controversial question that lingers in every athlete's mind. Should college athletes be paid? College athletes play the game with their heart and soul, so why are they not given the opportunity to receive compensation in return for the hard work and dedication for their sports teams? As a student athlete, I believe that students should be paid. After doing research, I noticed that when asked if student athletes should be paid, their results were split between yes, not sure, and no. Through personal experience and research, I will address some of the major issues that athletes believe are reasons why student athletes should be paid. A large amount of time for a college athlete goes into his or her respective sport is an average of 50 hours per week. That equates to more than a full-time job, which I am sure if you asked any athlete, that is exactly what a college sport is. The argument from the NCAA is if you start paying the players, it is no longer an amateur sports league, which goes against tradition. They also argue that these athletes are primarily students, and many of them are already on an athletic scholarship. In 2013, Mark Emmert, the president of the NCAA, pushed to allow schools to pay their athletes $2,000 stipend to offset the difference in covering their college tuition. Unfortunately, in this attempt to give athletes some kind of compensation, it turns out that some colleges were not able to afford this. Therefore, it was suspended at the end of the year. Regardless of this attempt to compensate the athletes, it is by no means I would call a legitimate attempt. For example, if an average college student is putting in 30 hours a week at a minimum wage job, which is about $7.50 per hour, that student would make roughly 6 times that stipend in a year. I think we all agree that just is not fair. These athletes are also college students and not professionals. But why not at least pay them the decent wage for the hours they dedicate to these university athletic programs? In their success on the field, the university succeeds as well. As for the argument that these athletes are receiving compensation in the form of an athletic scholarship that no different than a normal student receiving an academic scholarship and then working at an on-campus job like work study. No matter which way you view it, I believe college athletes deserve some type of compensation for the work that they put in being a member of a university sports team. I believe student athletes should be paid. Nothing outrageous like what the professionals make, but just something equivalent to what an average college student would make at a part-time job. I don't think it is an outrageous request by any means, especially when you see how much universities make off games through ticket sales, from just selling the apparel of the school, or through concessions. College athletics is based on heart, drive, and passion to succeed in the sport and in the classroom. These men and women are committed so much to their sports, it only seems fair that we give them some type of compensation. The sources that I used are NCAA.org by the Associated Press, NewYorkTimes.com by Joe Noxera, CNBC.com by Mark Koba.